Hey, you guys, this is Michelle Goldstein, and today's practice will be a gratitude practice. So, gratitude is another really important aspect. It's really the key component, or one of the primary key components of living in the heart. It's one of the key components to living in abundance, to living in joy, to living peacefully, just really to be at ease in our life. Gratitude is the way to take us there. It really works. So go ahead and come to sit to start. Close your eyes. And as you begin to bring awareness to your breath, perhaps you notice that the breath naturally begins to deepen. Take your hands, palms down on your knees. Just begin to think of all of the things that you're grateful for in your life. And we'll just really move through this practice with that thread of awareness in mind. So, on an inhale, go ahead and arch your back and draw your shoulder heads back. And as you exhale, round through your spine, a little bit like cat pose, but start to straighten the arms and use your hands as leverage. Inhale, arch your back, take the shoulders back. And exhale, round into spinal flexion, tuck the chin, push the air out of the lungs. One more time. Inhale, arch your back. And exhale, round in. Good. Now this time, as you come up, lengthen your spine. Float the arms up to the sky. As you exhale, the palms connect in front of your heart. And just, again, what are you thankful for in your life? Come to all fours, hands and knees. Tuck your toes and lift your hips. And press back to your first downward dog pose. So gratitude is also a powerful means for busting through depression, anxiety, frustration, a bad mood. In fact, I remember a friend telling me years ago he was having a really bad day for no reason. He had zero reason to be in a bad mood, but he was just sort of grouchy or grumpy that day. And he said that he really couldn't even smile much, but he could be thankful. And so his mantra that whole day was thank you. And so to bring ourselves into a space of gratitude for what we have, it shows and actually accentuates and elevates our spirit. Press your hands down and push the floor away from you. And so inhale, shift forwards to plank, and set your knees down on your mat and lower your chin and your chest to the floor. Good. And then slide up to cobra pose from here. Good. Now exhale back to downward dog. So we're going to do a few more of these, just knees, chest, chin to warm up. Inhale to plank. Exhale, lower your knees, chest, chin to the ground. Good. Slide up to cobra pose. Inhale. Exhale back to downward facing dog. One more time with the breath. Inhale, plank. Good. Exhale, lower knees, chest, chin to the mat. Roll to cobra pose, slide up, press the feet, hug the elbows in. Good. Exhale, back downward facing dog. And take a deep breath into your heart. And then as you exhale out your mouth, just let it go. Lift your right leg as you inhale. As you exhale, step your right foot up to the front of your mat. Set your left knee down on your mat and hook your thumbs together in front of you. And then sweep the arms up as you inhale, lift the heart. As you exhale, release your hands down to your mat. Tuck the back toes and step your left foot up to meet your right at the front of your space. Beautiful. Inhale, pull your heart forwards. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise to stand, reach the arms up. Exhale, the palms connect in front of the heart. Inhale, the arms reach up. Exhale, fold in half. Inhale, lengthen out. Exhale, step back to plank, and allow this practice. You can lower down chaturanga, or you could lower knees, chest, chin if you're feeling it. In any of these vinyasas, or quite honestly, any vinyasa anywhere, just know that whatever you're feeling like doing is probably a good idea. I mean, what you're feeling really deep in your heart. So to dial in to our needs, to dial into our essence, to dial into our truth is the practice. That is the practice. Lift your left leg as you inhale. Exhale, step your left foot up to your hands. Set your right knee down on your mat. Hook the thumbs in front of you. Float the arms up. Pull the thumbs apart as you hug the upper arms in. And exhale, release the hands down to your mat. Tuck the back toes. The right foot steps up to meet the left. Lengthen, inhale. Fold, exhale. Beautiful. Rise up to stand, inhale. And exhale, the palms connect at the heart. Inhale, the arms reach up. Exhale, bow to the legs. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, step or jump back to chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Good. Exhale, back to downward facing dog pose. And as you spread your fingers on the floor, just be thankful for each and every finger that you've got. As you slope the hips up, be thankful for this entire body that you've got in order to experience life. It's amazing the things that we take for granted. You know, if you catch yourself ever cursing your hamstrings or getting angry that you're not strong enough or this enough or that or whatever, like just to come back to, actually, I'm really grateful for what I have. I have so much. And with that understanding, it completely transforms the experience from a negative one into the positive. It brings us directly into a positive, more content, peaceful place. Lift the heels up, inhale. Exhale, walk or hop your feet up. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Rise up. Inhale, reach. Exhale, the palms connect. One more time, inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, fold forwards. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, flow through chaturanga. Good. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, back, downward dog. Deep breath. And honestly, as I'm teaching this, I'm thinking, I don't want to tell you how you're going to feel or what it's going to do when you express gratitude or when you experience gratitude for what you have, because really, you know what is happening. And if for some reason the gratitude practice does not work for you, then it may not be the right thing. But for me and pretty much every single person I've ever known, it's such a powerful tool. Lift your right leg, inhale. Exhale, step your right foot all the way up to your hands. Stay low here and just come to standing split directly. Just lift the left leg up, straighten the right leg. Good. Okay, so from here, you're going to take an inhale and get some length. And as you exhale, bend your knees and take your left knee to the outside of your right shin. Inhale, straighten your legs, lengthen out. And as you exhale, bend your knees, curl into a little ball. And one more time, inhale, lengthen the legs, take the shoulders away from the ears. And exhale, bend the knees, curl in. And inhale, the legs straight. And exhale, step the left foot straight back behind you, come up to crescent pose. Float the arms up, inhale here. As you exhale, lay your belly on your right thigh, float the arms down the ribs. Inhale, the arms float up, so with the breath, exhale, the arms sweep back behind you. One more time, the arms sweep up. Exhale, the arms sweep back behind you like wings. Good, release your hands to the mat, step to plank, and vinyasa. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, back, downward dog pose. Lift your left leg, inhale. Exhale, the left foot steps through to the front of your space. Come to standing split. Straighten the legs, lift the right leg up. And you'll take a big breath here. And then as you exhale, bend your knees, right knee to the outer left shin. Inhale, the legs straight. Exhale, bend the knees, curl in. One more time, straighten the legs. Keep the entire left foot planted. Exhale, bend the knees, curl in. Beautiful, you guys. Straighten the legs. Inhale, you're in standing split. And exhale, step the right foot straight back behind you. Come up, crescent pose. Inhale. Exhale, lay your belly on your left thigh, float the arms down the ribs. Good. Inhale, come on up, crescent pose. Engage your abdominal muscles. Exhale, the arms sweep back behind you, so you move from your center. One more time, inhale, the arms sweep up. Exhale, the arms sweep back behind you. And then hands down to your mat, step back to plank, and lower. Up dog, inhale. Good. Downward dog, exhale. Good. Deepest breath. So let this be kind of a juicy practice as far as, sometimes we work and hold the poses for a long time and it feels like more of a discipline than a yummy treat. Let this be a yummy treat. Like, I'm so thankful for this. I'm so thankful for this opportunity to breathe like this, to move like this. Inhale, heels lift. Exhale, walk or hop. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold in. Good. Come to chair pose. Inhale, bend the knees, sweep the arms up. Exhale, fold forwards, the legs straighten. Inhale, elongate the spine. Exhale, step or jump to chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, back, downward dog pose. Step your right foot up to your hands. Come up, warrior one pose for a breath. Now open up to warrior two on the exhale. Reverse warrior, inhale, float up and back. And exhale, circle the hands down to your mat, step back to plank, and lower. Good, so building heat here. Inhale, upward dog, heart lifting. Exhale, downward dog, left foot steps through to lunge. Warrior one pose, inhale, come up. Warrior two, open up. Inhale, reverse, sweep up and back, and exhale, release the hands down, step to plank, chaturanga. Good. In up dog, remember to lift the thighs, press the inner hands. Good, exhale back to downward facing dog. Good, deep, deep breath. Again, inhale, heels lift. Exhale, float your feet up to your hands. Inhale, elongate. Exhale, bow. Inhale, sit deeply, bend the knees, weight to the heels, lift up to chair. Exhale, fold forwards, the legs straight. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, Chaturanga, softly hop or walk. Up dog. Exhale, downward dog. Step your right foot up to your hands, back heel flat, warrior one pose. Inhale, open up to warrior two. Exhale. Left hand back, right arm reaches, reverse warrior. Inhale. Exhale, hands to your mat, step to plank and lower. Good. Inhale, upward facing. Beautiful. Exhale, downward dog, left foot lunge, back heel roots, warrior one pose. Inhale, come up. Good. Exhale, open up. Inhale, reverse warrior. Keep the left knee bent, right hand light. Exhale, let it go. Hands to the mat, step back, softly flow. And you can skip these vinyasas, by the way. And root the thigh bones back into the hip sockets. That's it. Lift the kneecaps up to engage the quads. Inhale, lift your heels up. Exhale, walk or hop your feet up. Good. Lengthen, inhale. Fold, exhale. Chair pose, inhale, bend the knees, firm the belly. Exhale, fold forwards, the legs straighten. Beautiful. One more round of these. Lengthen, inhale. Exhale, step or jump back. Softly, chaturanga. Inhale, over the toes, heart lifting. Exhale, downward dog. Right foot steps through. Warrior one pose. Inhale. Good. Warrior two. Exhale. Reverse warrior. Inhale. And exhale, let it go. Plank. Chaturanga. Up dog. Downward dog. Left foot steps. Warrior one. Come up. Inhale. Good. Warrior two. Exhale. Reverse warrior. Inhale. And release the hands. Step back. Lower. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, back to downward facing dog pose. Deepest breath in. And sigh it out. Step your right foot, pardon me, up to your hands, please. Step your right foot through, spin your back heel flat. Come up to warrior one pose. Good. In this warrior one, we're just going to pause here for just a moment. Go ahead and draw that right thigh back. Hug the inner thighs together and root the outer edge of the left foot. Good. Now keeping that, spiral that outer left thigh forwards and sit down into the right hip. Good. Keeping that, lift the front of the pelvis up, lower ribs soften in. And maybe you look up and finish the pose by the palms touch above the head. Good. And then exhale, release the hands down. Step back to downward dog pose. Step your left foot through, back heel flat. Warrior one, come up. So again, the left hip draws back and the inner thighs squeeze and the outer right foot press. Good. And the outer right thigh spirals forwards to the front. Good. And then keeping that front of the pelvis lifts, lower ribs soften in, shoulders soft, Gaze lifts, heart lifts, maybe the palms touch. And exhale, release, hands to the mat, step to plank, and pause here for a moment. Good. In this plank, lengthen your tailbone down towards your heels. Good. Lift through the middle a lot. Good. Heart forwards, inhale. Downward dog, exhale. With gratitude, with reverence, it is a gift to be a human being, to be alive. Lift the heels up, inhale. Exhale, float your feet up to your hands. Inhale, elongate. Exhale, fold in. Inhale, rise to stand, reach the arms. Exhale, the palms connect at the heart center. Good. Take a moment to dial in. Like, what am I thankful for? As you open your eyes, open your arms like wings, palms up. Yep. And wrap your left arm underneath your right arm for eagle wrap. Beautiful. Bend your knees and stack your left thigh on top of your right thigh for Garuda Asana. Eagle pose. Take your knees 2 inches to the left. That will help level the pelvis. Take the knees 2 inches to the left, and from your sitting bones, sit down, and from the frontal hip points, lift up. Good. Soften your shoulders. Deepen your breath. Give it a little squeeze with the inner thighs and the forearms. Let it feel kind of good. And we'll transition from here to half moon, Ardha Chandrasana. Unravel the legs, unravel the arms softly, smoothly. Right fingertips to a block or the floor under your right shoulder. The left arm sweeps up to the sky. Good. You get the left toes just in your peripheral view so that the left hip in neutral is really in line with your spine and the crown of your head. And from the right rib cage, spiral the heart up. Shoulders down the back. Good. Softly step back to warrior two pose. And in this warrior two, go ahead and reach the right arm straight up to the sky and bend the right elbow so the right fingertips point straight down your back. We're setting up for Gomukhasana arms. So you can stay here or you can wrap the pose. If you're staying here, then I would grab my left hand and just gently assist my right arm into a deeper stretch. If you've got the wrap or if you've got a strap, you can also use that to help you clasp. Soften the lower ribs into the back ribs. Open the right knee slightly to the right. If it's kind of intense, just remember, what am I thankful for? I'm so thankful for this opportunity. I'm thankful for my arms, my legs. I'm thankful for my breath. Okay, now from here, stay in warrior two legs, but release the right arm up to the sky. Wrap the left arm behind your back for a half wrap and straighten your right leg. Lengthen forwards into half bound triangle pose. This is one of my favorites. I think it feels so yummy. Take that right sitting bone and point it to the left heel. If it helps you to use a block in this variation, then go ahead and do that. Press the inner edge of the right foot down. Lift the kneecaps up. Heart opens. And then release the left arm and sweep the left arm over your left ear. Good. So there's a tendency once we get into the side stretch to just turn this into a huge back bend. Don't do that. It's not a back bend. So flex the abdominal wall. Let it be, if anything, let it be core work to stabilize the center as you stretch the legs and stretch the side body. One more breath. Come up to warrior two pose as you inhale. And exhale, release your hands down to your mat, step to plank. Bring your feet together, roll to the outer left foot, reach the right arm up for side plank. Okay, so from here, just lift your right foot up 2 inches up off of your left, bend your right knee and plant your right toes to the floor behind you. Cat tilt with the pelvis, and we are dropping into a tripod back bend from here. So you start to lift the heart up and let the head go, but keep that length in the lower back. So lots of pelvic tilt. Push the floor away from you. Let your head go. Make it beautiful. Inhale. Good. And then exhale, come back to side plank. So use your core muscles to get you long and strong. Good. Come to plank from here. And either back to downward dog or take a vinyasa on the way. Including knees, chest, chin might be a nice one. Beautiful. Lift your right leg lifts, inhale. Now as you exhale, step the right foot through to the front of your mat. For one breath, come up to crescent pose, inhale. And then exhale the hands down, come to standing split again. Good. So we're just revisiting this pose. Sometimes the second set, we don't always get the opportunity in every yoga pose to do this. So see if you find a little maybe uncharted territory without force, but just be exploratory. Lengthen the left leg back and lift it. And then set your left foot down next to your right at the front of your mat. Good. Inhale, lengthen out. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise up to stand, reach up. And exhale, the palms connect at your heart. Just, what are you thankful for? Here's the thing with gratitude, it never gets old. There's always something to be thankful for. Open the arms like wings, palms up. And wrap your right arm under your left arm this time. Soften the shoulders down the back, bend the knees, and stack the right thigh on top of the left so you're in eagle pose. Garuda Asana. Good. Once you kind of stabilize a bit in the pose, see if you can take your knees 2 inches to the right. Take your knees 2 inches to the right. Good, now keep that, sit the sitting bones down, frontal hip points lift. Good, deepest breath, shoulder blades always go down the back. In every single yoga pose, in every single minute of your life, whenever you remember. Get space around your neck. And also, another, like whenever you remember, deepen your breath. Oh yes, I'm here now. I'm breathing. Where there's conscious breath, there's peace of mind. From here, we're going to transition to half moon pose. Unravel the arms and legs, and in your own way, make your way in. There are infinite ways to do anything that we do. And so your signature is on everything you do. With that understanding, do it with elegance, do it with grace, do it with gratitude. We're not doing it for the sake of the signature. We're doing it for the sake of the experience. However, at the same time, every single action that we take in this life has a consequence. So allowing it to become more smooth, allowing it to be more loving will transform the outcome. Slow motion, step back to warrior two pose. Beautiful. From this warrior two, reach your left arm straight up to the sky. Good. Bend the left elbow, left fingertips down the back. And then you can either grab onto the left elbow with the right hand to deepen the stretch or wrap the pose into Gomukhasana arms. You're also welcome to use a strap between the hands, which can help leverage. And be gentle with yourself, everybody. Be so gentle. If you ever catch yourself getting aggressive with yourself when you practice, just check yourself. You know you're getting good when you're checking yourself regularly. So check yourself. Okay, there's no need ever to get aggressive. Really, if you're going to aggressively cling to anything, aggressively cling to truth and let everything else just soften around it. Hug the belly in. Yep. Sit down one more inch. And release the left arm up. Wrap the right arm all the way behind the back and see if you can catch that left thigh, maybe, or a piece of clothing or something. Pardon me, the right arm wraps behind the back. Left arm up, left leg straight, half-bound triangle pose. Breathing deeply, breathing deeply. Lean your upper back a little bit. So once you get the wrap, then pretend you could take your shoulder blades and press them against a wall behind you. Good. Externally rotate your shoulders, especially that bottom one has a tendency to sneak up around the ears, but remember, whenever you remember, slide the shoulders down the back. Nice. And then release the right arm up and reach the right arm over the right ear. And so from the outer right foot through the right fingertips, lengthen, and also from the left hip to the left shoulder blade, lengthen. So we're creating length on both sides of the torso, which will help create length in the spine. Come up to warrior two pose. Inhale. Exhale, release your hands down to your mat. Step to plank position. Bring your feet together, please. Roll to the outer right foot. Reach the left arm up. Good. So you're in side plank. Lift your left foot up an inch and bend the left knee, left toes to the floor behind you. Cat tilt with the pelvis and then lift up into the back bend. Let it feel kind of good. And look, if any of these poses don't agree with your body, then skip them. So from here, we'll transition just to side plank. So use your core muscles. Feel them contract as you find the balance. Hips lift. Release to plank position. And either back to down dog or lower down. Inhale up. And exhale back. Lift your left leg, inhale. As you exhale, step the left foot through to crescent pose. Sweep the arms up, inhale. Exhale the hands down to the mat, standing split. Lift the right leg, both legs straight. If you can't straighten your left leg, I think it's a worthy investment to get a block or maybe two blocks that you can use in your yoga practice. And you can take your hands to the blocks. Lengthen the right leg back, and then just be so responsive to what's happening in your body as you breathe into it. Make notes as to where you feel the stretch. Make notes to the quality of it, and then just let each moment pass and allow it to go. One more breath in, lift the right leg. Exhale, the right foot meets the left. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, Uttanasana, fold in. Inhale, rise to stand, reach the arms up. Exhale, pull it to the heart. Inhale, reach the arms up. Beautiful. Exhale, bow to your legs. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, flow, step, or jump back. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, back, downward facing dog. Nice, you guys. Lift your right leg. Inhale. Exhale, step the right foot through. Come up, warrior one pose. Open it up to warrior two. So let's come from here into side angle pose. Either the right elbow to the right thigh or right fingertips to the floor. You can take your right hand to a block. You can take the right hand to the inside or the outside of the right foot. You know, you can get very specific. I could be very specific with the instruction, but I'll let my instruction be this. Like, learn how it feels best in your body and do it that way. And so this is, as we advance in our practice, this is what starts to happen, is we begin to learn how our bodies work. And while alignment points can be so helpful in moving us deeper into the experience, it can also be very deep, in my opinion, to start to feel, apply the alignment points, learn them, and then learn what they're doing for your body. So when I say take notes, it's because it's helping you understand how you tend to be and how you can increasingly expand and elevate and evolve. One more breath. Okay, both hands down now to the inside of your right foot. Come up on your back toes. Maybe you heel toe that right foot over to the right an inch and reach your right arm up for a twist. Good. You can be on your left fingertip. Sure, why not? You could take your left hand to a block. Slide your shoulders away from the ears. The blocks, using blocks, they're not training wheels, just for the record. They're useful tools that can help compensate for, just body proportions, length of the muscles, range of motion, etc. There's a million reasons why you might use one, and you don't even need one reason. Just use it because it feels better if it does. One more breath. Okay, take the right hand down to the mat. And from here, just go ahead and press your right leg straight and hop your left foot up a few inches. Spin your left heel flat to the floor. You're in Parsvottanasana here. Get the pelvis level, which means for most of us, we bring the left hip forwards and the right hip back. And actually, I suggest a little dog tilt in this pose, in this forward bend. So slope the hips up a little bit and lengthen through your spine. Extension in the upper back. And scissor the inner thighs together a lot and relax your jaw. Relax your brow. And with gratitude, bow. Step back to downward dog pose when you're ready. And maybe you walk your feet like 2 inches closer to your hands. And with your left hand, reach back for the outer right knee, calf, or ankle. Make sure your feet stay parallel. They have a tendency to turn out in this pose. So parallel the feet, flex the thighs, push up out of the right shoulder, and maybe you look under that right arm. Just let the head drop and let it feel kind of good. Release the left hand down. Walk your hands back out to down dog. Lift your left leg up, inhale. Exhale, the left foot steps through. You're doing amazing, everybody. Come up, warrior one. Open up to warrior two. Come to side angle pose from here. And the variation you took on the right side, just be mindful you don't have to do the same variation on the left side. You can if you want to, and I often find that I do. And I love the idea of evening it out so that they're both perfectly balanced, but the reality is that balance implies that we're suppressing one thing to make another thing bigger, to get two things equal, as opposed to harmony, which is actually responsive to what's truly happening, because life is dynamic and it's ever changing. So to be in harmony actually will send us deeper into the heart. It will send us deeper into peace, as opposed to forcing one thing or pushing one thing down or really pushing another thing up. It's flow. It's the flow of life. And to find the harmony of the inhale and the exhale and how they move through us in any given moment. Release the hands down. Both hands down to the inside of the left foot. Come up on your back toes and reach your left arm up. Shoulders slide down the back. Right heel press back. Good. With gratitude for your healthy body enabling this experience, open it up. Beautiful. And then left hand down to the ground on the outside of the left foot. Press your left leg straight. Hop your right foot up a few inches. Spin the right heel flat to the floor. You're in Parsvottanasana. You can use blocks in this pose too, right? Bring the right hip forwards and melt in, bow in. I remember many, many years ago watching a friend of mine practice in a class with me, and she was propped up on so many blocks and props. It was incredible. And I remember watching her thinking, wow, she really takes care of herself. This is extraordinary. It was such a huge, profound moment for me to see how when we really take care of ourselves, the way that that energy radiates is so beautiful, as opposed to trying to force yourself deeper to make it look a certain way, which is actually not sustainable in the long run. So allow your practice to be sustainable and nurturing and nourishing so that you leave feeling better than when you stepped onto your mat every single time. Beautiful work. Step back to downward facing dog pose. So in this down dog, walk your toes in a few inches closer to your hands. And with your right hand, reach back for the outer left leg somewhere. With no agenda, who knows where it'll be? It won't be where it was yesterday, and it won't be where it's going tomorrow. It's where it is right now. You push up out of the left shoulder, and it's beautiful. And you parallel the feet, and you gaze under the left arm, breathing. Release your right hand down, and set your knees down on your mat. Walk your hands forwards, keep your butt lifted in the sky, and rest your forehead on the floor. Rest your forehead on the floor, and then bring your palms together in front of you. Bring your palms together, walk the elbows in by your head, and then bend the elbows and take the prayer to the nape of your neck. Good. So again, maybe you re-walk the elbows in a little bit more, and maybe you walk the elbows forwards. And as you sink down through the heart, take a couple of breaths into your heart and exhale through your fingertips. There's a very strong relationship between our heart and our hands. You know, what we love and what we create in this world. And so to sometimes breathe into the heart and exhale, send it out consciously. And by sometimes, I mean whenever you remember. Can be a really mighty practice in customizing our lives. And also by recognizing our relationship to everything else. Go ahead and take your hands down and come all the way onto your belly. Bend your knees. Catch your feet with your hands. Press your pubic bone down. Bring your shoulder blades together. Shoulder heads back. And now lift the hips, lift the thighs up for bow. Keep the back of your neck long. One more breath in. And exhale, release down. Rest. One more time, bend your knees. Catch your feet. Come up to bow. Come on up. And just let go of, if you're getting aggressive with your body, just relax a little bit. Let the energy of the pose lift you. One more breath. And exhale, release. Press back to child's pose, please. Roll yourself up to sit and come to sit on your bottom and straighten your legs out wide to the side for Upavishta Konasana, wide straddle forward bend. You're welcome to sit on a block if that helps you. Do engage the legs a little bit, the quads flex, the feet flex. And start to walk yourself forward if that's accessible to you. If it's not accessible, be grateful for what you have. What a blessing to have legs to stretch. I spent years cursing my own hamstrings. This is total confessional here. Just so frustrated that they were not more flexible. And the reality is had I been focusing that energy on how thankful I was for my legs to stretch, I can't say that I'd be a better person now, but it certainly would have been a more nourishing practice. Because by hating on it or getting frustrated with it, it doesn't actually make it any better. It doesn't change the experience. But by accepting what we have with gratitude, it's incredible. It just changes the experience. It just makes it nicer. It just makes it nicer. And if we're not enjoying our lives, then what's the point? Press yourselves up. You're welcome at home to stay in these poses a little longer if you like. Bend your knees. Bring the soles of your feet together. And fold forwards. press yourself up, and take pigeon pose on the right side, or the left side. Honestly, there's no law that says you have to do the right side first. In fact, sometimes I like to do the left side first because my left side is my more challenging side. So I find that by doing it first, I'm learning so much from the left side that I can actually apply what I've learned from my challenging side to my easier side, and it's interesting for perspective. And just watch where your mind goes if your mind starts to wander. And then remember that you have the power to bring your mind to wherever you want it to be. And then once we remember, then we can act. Press yourself up and switch sides, please. So again, at home, stay as long as you like. I could spend all day in pigeon myself. Switch sides any way you like. And if pigeon is not appropriate for your body, then come to thread the eye of the needle or double pigeon. Any hip stretch, although I do recommend at least one hip stretch a day. I think it's very important to compensate for the chairs that we tend to sit in regularly, and it's just a great way to keep the back, the spine in good working order. See if you can elongate your breath here. And really let the breath be thorough, complete, full. Press yourselves up. So again, at home, stay as long as you like. For the sake of time, we're going to come up and all the way onto our backs. And when you get to your back, hug your right knee into your chest and your left leg long, and take a twist. Come back to center and switch sides, please. Really let your eyes soften, your brow relax. Just feel your body begin to let go of anything that you no longer need. Come back to center. Bring your knees to your chest. Give yourself a squeeze, give yourself a hug. And release your arms and your legs for Shavasana, your final rest. So stay in Shavasana for as long as you like and allow your rest to be permeated with gratitude for your practice, for your body, for your family, for your friends, for your teachers. Namaste.